How's it going, guys? So here's the latest knife I just finished up. I've kind of taken a little bit of a vacation from the knife making over the winter until this piece, which was a custom order, but guess I'm back to it now. But I just finished this one up. Took me a while, but it's finally finished. I think this is the third one of this type of Bowie that I've made with this style, with a walnut handle and a leather section. And the two pieces of brass there with a spacer in between. The blade on this one is, trying to get it to show up good on here, it's about 13 inches, but it's got a good feel in the hand. It came out with a nice balance to it. It doesn't actually feel like an excessively long knife. It has a nice balance, just about right, with the weight in the handle and those brass pieces. Razor sharp, naturally. A couple of hammer marks on there. The buyer had actually requested some more hammer marks for that kind of rustic look. He actually owns one of the previous one of these Bowies that I mentioned, another one that was longer but kind of a companion piece to it with a longer blade. And the other ones did come out with more hammer marks, and I was going for more of the more of that rusted look with some hammer marks on this one. But I guess my forging and grinding skills have maybe improved a bit since the last ones, and it actually came out with not so many marks as I actually wanted. There's a little bit on each side, but definitely a nice blade overall. Good heavy-duty sheath. Quite thick up here, as you can see. The biggest mishap with the whole project was with these rivets up at the top of the sheath. I had originally marked and drilled out the holes for one of these copper rivets. I use these solid copper saddle rivets most of the time now, and this one at the tip is smaller. I drilled out these holes and went to put the rivets in there, and the shank actually wasn't long enough. This is actually 5 layers of leather up here at the top. I do a double welt on the spine side to accommodate the thickness of the blade, and then also on each side near the top I splice in another layer just to give it a little additional room there, to create a little bit of an offset for the belt loop to push out of the way from the guard. And wasn't thinking about the length of the rivets and went to put it in there, and it didn't even pass through. So luckily I had some of these larger ones around, but I drilled out the holes a little bigger for them, and so the rivet heads came out a little closer to the edge than I would have wanted there, than it would have been if they were the smaller size. But came out all right anyways. It's not terrible. And you can see the belt loop. There's the this folded over type. The back is all one piece with the loop stitched together with the retention strap in there. So there it is, and this one is of course already spoken for, but if you're interested in any knives or custom work, send me an email at knifemaker84@gmail.com. And generally I'll do custom knives if it's anything like the style that I typically make, or even if it's not, it doesn't hurt to ask. I do occasionally turn down projects if it's really different from what I like to make, or if I don't think my skills are up to it for what you really want. I've turned down a couple, but it doesn't hurt to ask. I certainly never mind that, and I do things outside of my comfort zone every once in a while just for the challenge, which usually works out pretty good, like the Skeleton Bowie knife. So if you're interested in anything like that, like I said, hit me up at knifemaker84@gmail.com, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Get one more good shot on that on there if I can fit it all on the screen.